Hello and welcome back to another episode of EclecticElk Vlogs to Proteus, but today I am not vlogging, I am ranting. Yes, I am ranting. Basically, yesterday I had a life experience that I have had before, but I had it so many times yesterday that I decided it was worth ranting about. I don't normally talk about this, heck I don't even normally complain about this, but you know what? It's happening. Catcalling, as we call it in North America, basically an instance where a female gets shouted at from the streets by random males. Generally they're in a car, but sometimes they're just on the street or they're in your path as you're walking about and minding your own business. I am speaking in the second person regarding a female because yes, I am female. So, yesterday I did not just have one instance of catcalling, not even two, which is like semi-normal considering where I've moved to. No, yesterday I had a whopping five incidences of catcalling. 5! The first one seemed like kind of harmless. It was kind of this like older guy who looked like he was either stoned or hungover, and I think he, like, you could just tell he was trying to pay a compliment, but he just didn't really know how, so I kind of just took it and went. But, that was the first instance. Next instance was, I am new to where I am living, and there is a canal near me, and I thought it was really, really funny that on the canal there is a boat that is there to sell snacks. I think it's brilliant, but I also think it's funny. I said that quietly to myself as I was taking a photo, and then the guy, who was like a good 10 meters away from me, who technically is working for this snack ship, says, "Oh, if you think this is funny, I'll put my mankini on later." I was so uncomfortable, I just didn't know what to say, and I walked away. Then I started walking home, and I was actually talking to a friend on the phone on the way home. And they heard some random honking on their end of the line. And the side fact was my friend knew well enough to ask, was that, like, you know, just traffic, or was that at you? Now, I'm not saying that my friend knows that, like, I dress inappropriately or anything, no. My friend knows me pretty well, and he happens to know that when I wear anything where I have to go out in public, it's generally somewhat modest. And I thought, and got this confirmed by several friends yesterday, I decided, okay, it was what I was wearing was new, and I wasn't sure how it would be perceived by the public. So I asked some friends, and they said what I was wearing was perfectly modest, and there was nothing especially revealing or form-fitting about what I was wearing. So I got catcalled 5 times yesterday, just for the hell of it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, basically, I'm kind of frustrated. I'm kind of mad. I'm sure you can tell by the tone of my voice and the fact that I'm actually speaking quickly. Why am I mad? My first instances of, like, having to experience catcalling happened by the time I was about 15 or 16. And it would just make me really, really angry, and then I couldn't quite figure out why. Recently started to figure out why. I don't have the whole picture, but I have more of it. One is, I feel like it's a really negative comment on my worth as a human being. When I experience catcalling, I get really, really, really angry because people, these men, for some reason, feel like it's okay to shout out at me and that maybe in some weird twisted form in their brains it's a compliment. It's not a compliment. For me, it is not a compliment and never ever will be. It won't be because I know who I am as a person and I know my worth. And I know my worth does not solely lie in my physical appearance. My physical appearance is going to change a ton. It already has changed a ton. I have grown from a cute, pudgy little baby to a full-grown woman, and my body will continue to change as I decide to have children or, you know, just grow up and grow old. My body is going to constantly change, so I know my worth is not in what my body looks like because I know that's going to change, and that there's very little I can do to stop that, and it doesn't bother me. It's natural and it's normal. But I know my worth is not just in my appearance. I have a brain, I have a heart, I have a soul, and I have passions and dreams and interests and all these things together, and I have beliefs and hopes. Like, all these things make up bits of who I am. And I know my worth is not in what I look like. So it's basically one of the reasons why I get really angry, is because for some reason people think that the only thing worth giving me attention for is my physical appearance, which completely totally sucks. So I get angry. I'm finally learning to start to react to this, not just stand there shocked, but actually react in the moment. However, I have not yet mastered the art of, like, the witty retort. I come up with some great witty afterthoughts, but I have not experienced, I guess, even though this happens a lot, I haven't had it experienced enough and in close enough proximity to these people to actually get a retort out. Why do I want to have a witty retort or witty afterthought? Because I want these people to think about what they're doing. I want to say something clever that'll make these people think, or at least get a glimpse of what it's like to be instantly devalued. And there is no grace in that, so maybe it's a good thing I can't come up with a witty afterthought, but I don't think it's right that these people think that they can just reduce me to a call from a car window. The sad thing is what I've realized is my physical reactions to this were really similar to some experiences I had in self-defense classes. I took Krav Maga for a while, and basically as part of our training we had to learn how to take hits so that we could get over the shock of being hit, and not have that stop us from continuing to defend ourselves. So basically it was learn to take a hit so you know what it feels like, so you can get over fight, flight, or freeze and actually fight. I reacted in the fight, flight, or freeze sort of way to these cat calls. And I now know that I want to fight. Like, I want that to be my reaction, and that's just the way I am. If I hit that point, I want to choose fight. I don't really like flight because I'm not very fast, and I don't like freezing because I feel like it's passive. And the sad thing is like, I don't think people realize that for some women, or at least for me, when you get catcalled, you are thrown into fight or flight or freeze response modes, and basically I have now rationalized that I need to continue having these experiences. I need to expect, not continue having these experiences, I need to expect to have these experiences so I can fight them. And that's sad. I have to change my mindset so that when I go out into the world on a day-to-day basis, I need to expect these sort of comments so I will be capable of having some sort of counter, or being able to be active against them. That's sad. It's sad that I have to go out in my daily life and expect to be devalued. And I have to expect people to not respect my person. What, because I'm a different gender? Because for some reason these people think I'm pretty? That's not okay. It's not okay. If you catcall and you watched my video, please, like, take a second and just think about the fact that you are taking a person who's very, very, very complex and you are simplifying their worth to simply their physical appearance. And that's so wrong, because you're worth more than that. And you're better than that. Girls who've experienced catcalling, and if you've watched my video, feel free to share your experiences. Maybe we can find a way to get through this together. Because I know I don't want to keep going through it alone. This has been EclecticElk, Rants to Proteus. I am now signing off.